What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. As I'm sure a lot of you have noticed, we've been spending a lot of time on the super cheap turbo Civic build, but today we're going to take a break from that and hop over to our Procharged GTO. We're going to be installing and testing out some AUXITO LED headlight bulbs. So let's get through the intro and jump right into today's video. Now that we've gotten through the intro, let's go over the plan for today's test. As a lot of you know, this is our Procharged GTO that we picked up a couple years back as a completely gutted and stripped roller. Once we got the car home, we proceeded to build it into what you see here over the course of the last 2 years on the channel. If you guys want to know more about the car, you can go back on the GTO playlist and check out every step of the build. Once we got the car up and running and on the street, I noticed that it had an older style HID headlight kit, and it gave me nothing but issues. One bulb would constantly flicker or be out altogether, which drove me absolutely insane. So eventually I ended up putting a set of halogen bulbs back in it just so that we had both headlights working. But as some of you might know, I'm fully blind in my right eye, so having a bunch of light at night is definitely helpful, which leads us to today's video. AUXITO recently reached out and wanted to jump on board and send us a set of their super bright LEDs to try out in the GTO. And just like I told them, I'm going to give an honest and unbiased opinion on how these things stack up. So tonight, once it gets dark, we're going to take the car out as it sits with its current bulbs, drive it around a little bit and see how they do. Then we'll come back, install the new AUXITO LEDs, take the car back out and see how we like them. If you guys like what you see in today's video, I will have a discount code as well as a link in the description of today's video so that you guys can go check them out and save some money on your own set. So while we wait for it to get dark, let's open up the box and check these things out. So our application called for an H11 style bulb, but AUXITO offers a ton of different bulb models and styles to fit just about any application, as well as different brightness levels. We have the Y19 series, but it looks like this kit comes with a nice little set of white gloves, some zip ties, a little Allen wrench to adjust the bulb angle, which I'll show you guys when we get to the install section, a little booklet for the Y19 series LEDs, and then of course the bulbs themselves. So let's go ahead and pull one of these out of here. It's a nice little unit. It's got the nice AUXITO branding right here, and this little module is nice and small, so we should be able to tuck it away nice and clean out of the way. It is also a plug and play design, so this will plug right into any harness that in our case had an H11 bulb already in it. And then of course, you know, I've got to love the seal color, the choice that they went with there. I love that. It's got a nice little cooling fan on it, and it's just an all-around good looking unit. I think it's going to do just fine, but we won't know until we try them out once it gets dark. So let's wait for it to get dark. We'll take the car for a ride as it sits. Then we'll come back. I'll show you guys how easy it is to install these, and then we'll take it for another ride and see how they stack up. Now that we've driven the car with the halogen bulbs, it's time to switch over to the new AUXITO LEDs and check these things out. And I'm going to show you guys just how easy that is to do. First thing we're going to do, if your car has one, is remove the dust boot or cover here. You're just going to simply turn that and it'll pop out. Got a little O-ring on it, and that will give us access to the bulb. So we're going to go ahead and unplug ours. Once you have the bulb unplugged, you can grab it and turn it counterclockwise, slide this out, and here we have our old halogen bulb. Let's grab the new AUXITO LEDs and pop one in. Now that we've got the old bulb out, it's time to put our new AUXITO LED in. So we're just going to go ahead and plug this one in for now. Just like that. It's as simple as that. And then we can line up our bulb. Ideally, we want this piece going straight up and down. With most LEDs I've ever used, you have to clock this locking ring. But I will say with the AUXITO, it looks like it's going to line up perfectly, so we shouldn't have to mess with that. So let's get this guy in its place. Falls right in like so. And then just turn it clockwise. And ours is perfectly straight up and down, so we don't have to mess with that at all. It's a nice, easy plug and play design. And then we can just tuck this little module right out of our way. I'm going to try to hide ours inside the headlight, just like so, nice and out of the way. and out of the weather. Now we can grab our dust boot and go ahead and put that back on. Turn it clockwise and it locks right into place. Our LED is hidden, never even know it's there. Nice, clean, easy install, and it really is as easy as that. So let's take a look at the difference between the two bulbs. While we're still waiting for it to get dark, I noticed something that I want you guys to check out. So currently we have a halogen bulb on the driver's side and one of the new AUXITO LEDs on the passenger side. We're gonna go ahead and kick them on real quick. So right now, you might not be able to tell too much, but let's go ahead and cover up the driver's side with this piece of cardboard. Not a huge change. I don't notice a huge change there. So now let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. Just so you guys can see, we do have a halogen on that side, the AUXITO on this side. Switch over to the other side here, and we will go ahead and cover this one up with the same piece of cardboard. Look at the difference. That's just the halogen bulb. That's with both. And then once again, we'll cover up the halogen bulb. That's just the AUXITO LED. That thing is super bright so far. So let's go ahead, get the other one switched out, and take this thing for a ride. All right, let's go ahead and start this thing up with the halogen bulbs. Now that we've let it warm up for a bit, let's go take it for a ride. As you can see already, the halogen ones, especially for someone like me that has trouble seeing as is, are not ideal by any sense of the word. Do they work? Yes, but are they ideal? Far from it. And as you guys can see, these things are not very bright. They leave a lot to be desired in pattern and just in sheer brightness. When another car is coming, it's very hard to see what's in front of you. I think we've seen what we needed to see with the halogens. Let's head back to the house. I didn't change the adjustment between the two bulbs because I wanted a back-to-back comparison. Now that we're on the same road with the new bulbs, not sure how well it's picking up on camera, but it is night and day difference with the AUXITO LEDs compared to the halogen. Now that we've seen the difference between the two bulbs, let's head back to the house. Now that we've driven the car with both sets of bulbs, I do have to say that the AUXITO LEDs are extremely bright. The camera didn't do any justice when we were driving the car on the road, but the experiment we did where we had both bulbs in the car, one on each side, and we covered it with the cardboard up against the garage, shows just how big of a difference there is between the old school halogen bulbs and the new AUXITO LEDs. So I do have to say I'm very happy with them, especially for their price point. They seem to be a really good product, and I definitely would recommend them. We have a discount code for you guys, BOUGHT2BUILD, all capitals, no spaces, and I'll put a link to their website in the description below. If you guys want to check them out, that would help the channel out, as well as get yourselves a nice little discount. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I appreciate you for checking out the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and check us out on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, and Bought to Build Official on Instagram. And we will catch you on the next one.